Good evening, Monday. Aldershot car still on the back. Actually enjoyed Aldershot, unusual for me to say. I thought Harry drove really well. He was aggressive when needed to be, making progress. He's got, it's confidence behind the wheel, and it's looking good. He's, a 6th, a 5th and a 4th, I think it was. I'm happy with that. There's some real talent out there, so to be getting anything in the top 10 is a good race in my opinion. King's Lynn Saturday, got this old jalopy. This will be its 9th meeting. I've had a couple of cars do 9 meetings. This one I think is only going to do 9 as well. It's not very nice, it's been pulled around a few times by my old mate Marshy, helping us out. I put a fresh bonnet on it for the last meeting and that didn't go very well. Anyway, I'll show you the problem with it. If you look, the engine's actually leaning back ever so slightly, and the gap at the back here is about half what it should be from the throttle body here to the back. That's because the engine's all pushed back. A car collected another car in front of Harry, and as it was flying through the air it collected the car here and it just pushed everything back. Anyway, I've pulled it about. It's a real solid car. If it weren't solid this wouldn't be happening. So it's not sitting right, like engine wise, but the engine's in the right place. It's the shell that's bent, all the chassis rails have come up, but it's all creased. It's just not nice. So there's only me and Harry building the cars, don't have anyone helping us, so haven't had the time to build another car. So we're going to take this to King's Lynn, be alright for the show, wheels are in the right place. If he stays out of trouble it'll be alright, if he has a crash it won't be, but that's the risk we're going to take. Just need to harness out the Aldershot car. Just done a few checkovers on it, done up a few bolts, hoovered it out, checked the levels on it. I'm going to clean the plugs up and that in a bit, putting the harness in now and it'll be ready. Love King's Lynn, fast Norfolk Railway, 30 odd juniors at the minute, then hopefully go to Mildenhall and have a watch on the Sunday, but we'll see what comes. Can have a look at that in a minute as well, do a compression test before I go home to make a decision on what I'm going to do with regards to the smoky engine. See you later. Good afternoon or evening, it's Tuesday. Got a fair bit done. Front's salt was straightened, tracking's all done. Straightened the back out a bit, took the harness out of the Aldershot car and put it in here. So what have I got left? It's this hose, when we raced at King's Lynn and it put all the engine back, it's got a slight split here. It's I just put tape on it because we didn't have anything with us. Tiny leak, but I bought a new hose, wire. So those that are new to racing, don't run a radiator. Water tank across the back, hopefully holds enough water to keep it cool. This is your top hose, so it has to get from here all the way around to here. Bottom hose here. This top hose I've had about 18 months, wire reinforced, good stuff. Bought it on eBay, but it's split, so I've got no bit to put on, so I'm going to do that. I'm going to check all the levels, quick nut and bolt check, and the car will be about ready. It's one of those, the more I look at it the more horrible it is. I thought about seeing if someone here can straighten it with the lorry for me, all this chassis up etc, but then you see all the creases in the tunnel. It's just one of those, I don't think we'll get it right, so I'm going to go cautious and go where we're going to leave it because the engine's so far back. If it gets a big one it'll be all over anyway, so we're taking a risk, but time's been against us. There's only me and Harry building the cars, normally just me during the week because of school, so we can only get so much done. Then I want to try and get this on the truck tonight. I'm going to have a quick look at this. Done a compression check on it because it was smoking really badly. That came up good. It's got a hole in the rad, so if time allows I'm going to bosh a rad in it, start it up, see what it does, leave it running for a few minutes, see what happens. I've got a feeling I'm going to have to do an engine change on that next week. Again, time's against me, so I'm trying to see what I need to do, but we'll get on with this one first because this is the next meeting and we'll go from there. So the good news is I'm loaded on a Wednesday, ready for Saturday. Just got to sort some tools out and a couple of other bits. Can't polish a turd, I'll keep saying it. We're chancing our arm with this car. If we stay out of trouble, great. If we don't, we don't. Harry loves it though. He said, I want to race it again. Loves the way that car drives. He's had a win in it, had a second in it, had a couple of thirds in it, so he does like that car. I suppose you get used to a car and he likes it. The bad news is, this is what's facing me. So I've thrown a rad in it, I'm running it up to see what it does. And if I stand back here, you'll see what's facing me. think it's safe to say I've got to put an engine in that car. So I've now got to find time to do that, which is racing a week Saturday. I'm not sure when, but she's not very well, bless her. I think, and I'm not sure, he's broken it. It's Thursday. It's about 4:30, 4:45, nearly 5 o'clock. Ended up finishing work a bit early and ended up at the site that I look after nearest the yard. Good lady, aka chef. Anyone that goes racing with us will know why she's called that. Needs the gazebo. We left said gazebo in the car, so come up here to get it. So well, if I'm coming up here, I might as well do something. As you will have seen in the video, this is blown up, so I'm going to crack on with trying to get the engine out. I think pretty much everyone racing will say the same thing. 2 challenges: money and time. Short of both of them. We do the best we can with the budget, but time is against me at the moment. So plan is try and get the engine out tonight, or get close, then get the engine changed next week. Meeting up with friends tomorrow, going to King's Lynn Saturday with this. That then needs rebuilding, so that'll be a new shell. And then we got Yarmouth on a Thursday with the car behind here. Hopefully that survives. If not, we'll have 2 cars to rebuild. That's bang racing for you, and this is junior rods for you. So it's a challenge. I don't want to let Harry down. It's my worry, I suppose. Making sure the cars will do what he wants them to do, or at least be reliable. This also needs some other bits doing, so like I say, I want to try and get it so that by Saturday next week it's already running and driving. This is all based on the engine I've got being good, which I don't know, and I won't know until I put it in the car. Hence why I'm going to crack on now. Anyway, we'll see how we get on. 10 to 7, engine's out. Not a job I enjoy. Mentioned it on another video, so I have to leave this brace bar in, because if I undo it the car moves, so it makes this a bit challenging. I normally drop it out with the subframe and everything. This is the bottom subframe. Can't do that with this car, because if I undo it I'll never line it back up, so it makes it a bit more challenging. Engine's out. Probably said it earlier, get a feeling I might have done some of the damage. I ran it up with no oil in it, not realising it had been depolluted. I was donated the engine by my old mate and didn't realise, my fault, no one else's. It still did 4 metings, so that may not be the cause. It also ran with a dodgy fuel pump, so ran too lean then too rich. That may have also damaged it. Anyway, it's out. It smokes like Vilio. I need the gearbox off it, the clutch, the flywheel, front exhaust manifold, distributor, throttle body, and that'll all go on another engine I've got. Be honest, don't know if the other engine's any good, but there is only going to be one way to find out. Let's get it in the hull. Won't be this week, but considering I found out it's broken, I'm happy with where I got to. Have tomorrow evening off, and then Saturday we're off to King's Lynn. So gonna have a tidy up, because I'm the messiest worker in the world, tools everywhere. Let's see what Saturday brings. The weather's took a turn. The afternoon, King's Lynn. Pits are full. Just had a horrendous downpour. Would have done this earlier, but it was blowing a holy. You wouldn't have heard a bloody word I said. Pits are full, so we've got Micro Banger UK open. That's most of these over here. About 40 of them. 1,500 bangers, nearly 40 of them. Junior bangers, 32 of them. Harry starts last row, so he starts 32nd. All those split heats. And mind-boggling 57 1300 stock cars, which is just phenomenal. Like I say, pits are full, only a little bit of room here, still cars coming in. The weather's odd. It was bone dry and really windy 10 minutes ago. Now the track's underwater and soaking wet. It's looking dry, sun's coming through, so I reckon we'll be doing dry racing. Car's ready, we're scrutineered. And the old dog of a car, if he stays out of trouble we'll be alright. If he has a crash, it's not going to take it very well, but we're here, we're giving it a go. 20th meeting of the year it is today, so we're trying. It's about 140 miles for us each way to get here. 7th time we've been here this year, I think. His favourite track, we're registered up here along with Speedworth. So we'll we'll see what the day brings. Starting last row, no superstars here, so about a couple of newbies behind, so starting about 22nd, 23rd, something like that.
Who's that? It's a go, Oski!
Reese Perrin first, Lee Macy second, Lee Macy Jr. and Harry got third from the back, well happy. away, 3rd in the first one, 6th in the second one, 4th in the final, and he passed 3rd place as he went over the finish line. That's the kebab house you got to stop in Brandon on the way home. Them boys look after you, the food's banging, them's the rules. Harry wanted a kebab, driving like that, that's what's going to happen. He wants to use the car again, so the car we were going to throw away, we'll have a look at it, we'll decide, but he's the pilot, so I'll go with his. He's saying it's going well, so if he wants to sit in it, then that's what I'll do. So we're in Brandon, that's about 40 minutes down the road. Got a couple of hours left to get home, I suppose. We left before the end, but the stock car final was stunning. The Steve Newman Memorial 1300s, really, really good. It was a solid domestic meeting. Yeah, a couple of hours home. We're going to go straight home with the trucks. We're then going to get up in the morning and come to Mildenhall with one of the lads from the yard. So we should get in about midnight, 12:30, but absolutely top night. Cheers all.